Hey guys, what is up? Cody Cutter coming at you once again. Oh, I'm a little crooked. Oh boy. Okay. So today, final survival series video. I'm actually going to talk about tools and the importance of tools. When I say tools, you probably think of normal things like hatchets or, good lord, things like hatchets, things to process wood, knives, machetes, chainsaws, things like that. You know, all well and good, super important, very nice. Hatchets, machetes, wood processing tools, very important. But there are other tools that you may not think of. This right here is actually my toolbox. I'm going to pull this down for a minute so I can show you. These are usually where people stick. I've seen some other guys with a few other things, but a lot of guys like to stick to the survival tools, you know, fire starters, wood processing stuff like that. So what I'm going to show you today is a couple other categories. A good thing to always have, a Prybar. This thing isn't very long, it doesn't weigh that much. 15 inches, relatively cheap, it's just a big hunk of steel. If you're ever in a survival situation and you need to move something heavy and you just need a little bit of extra leverage, this thing is nice. It can pull nails. And if needed, you can knock in your tent stakes with this. You can pull them back out. And it's just nice to have this. This is a nice strong tool. And if absolutely need be, you can use this as a weapon, because I can guarantee you that this thing would cause serious damage to another human being or animal. So this thing is a pretty nice thing to have. Also, if you want to go with something that's not as fat, you know the crowbars. The thing that... like a tire iron, I guess you could say. A lot of guys, not a lot of guys, but some people like a tire iron, you know. But those only have a flat end and a wrench on the side, which is nice. But if I had a choice between a tire iron and a crowbar or one of these, I would pick one of these or a crowbar. I wouldn't pick a tire iron. Tire iron is like a bludgeoning weapon in a video game, which is all well and good. But if you need to actually do something like this is a lot better. Next up we have car machine tools. If you're ever in a situation where you get a flat tire, a pry bar is not going to help you. Machete's not going to help you. So that's why you need things like wrenches. Wrenches are nice. A nice little set of wrenches, a cute little pair of these vice pliers. Now this isn't going to help you on your car, but this is just another one that I have. It's got a few of these, I think 8 little sections you can break off, which is pretty nice. Car tools, I also have a tire iron in my car. I have a set of wrenches, socket wrenches in my car. A couple other things, jumper cables, stuff like that. So that stuff's really important if you're ever in a situation on the side of the road and you get flat and you're on some dirt road somewhere. Would you rather sit there and do your little bug out scenario and make a fire and build your little shelter, or would you rather be able to fix your car and go home? So that's an important thing to think about, because car tools, that's our primary mode of transportation. If you can fix your car, you can keep going. I have a car kit that I always keep with me. It has every kind of fluid that my car takes: extra transmission fluid, extra oil, extra power steering fluid, extra coolant, extra windshield washer. I have just about everything that I could pour into my car to fix it. Not to mention a small assortment of tools to fix minor problems. I also have an extra, I have a spare tire, and I also have a can of Fix-A-Flat, and I also have tire patches, So I have a myriad of things to help me if I need to. Which is better than just being like, oh well, better get my backpack and go out in the woods. Next is something like, I guess I would call them hand tools. Things like this. Snap, this is a nice application in like a shelter. Snap them on the top of the branch. Say you got a tarp hanging over a branch, snap these on. It's not going to go anywhere. Make them off the ground, but you're not going to lose it. Hand tools like this. Found this little puppy at the dollar store. It's actually pretty nice. I'll show you if I could get it open. Okay, this is a nice little handle. It's got a few sockets, 2 flatheads, 2 Phillips, and a couple hexagons in there. It's also got this little bad boy, little thing for the ratchets. You can't forget that, because you can't just stick your ratchet on there. So this is probably a really important one. Don't lose that one. Which is pretty nice, multi-purpose, multi-tool screwdriver. Like, you know, I said I got it at the dollar store. It's not a very solid piece, but it would do me. Pliers. These are needle nose pliers. These are pretty nice. A nice little cardboard cutter. These are nice. Little set of hand screwdrivers as well. So something that this wouldn't do. These are too big for. Use the small ones. Tape measure. Always pretty nice. I also keep this in my toolbox. You can see my big ugly face. This is nice for starting fires, but I don't like to keep this in my bug out bag because it can break really easily. It's not very well made. So those are pretty nice. Those are nice things to always have on hand. Those are smart things to always have on hand. They can always come in handy in a lot of different situations. So don't forget about them. And lastly, construction tools. Let's just say in all these preppers' ideas that shit hits the fan and society collapses and blah, 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 blah. 6 months down the road, you're not going to want to keep living in a lean-to. You're not going to keep wanting to live in a tent. You're going to want to build something. And that goes beyond the scope of a shit hits the fan scenario. That goes in a real life scenario. If you're ever in a situation where you need to build something or construct something or even repair something, you know, pull a couple nails out, put a couple nails in. Construction tools are important. Saws. I have a saw in the back of my machete. I have a hammer. I keep it in the house. I don't carry it with me. But things like that are always important. So, like I said, this could technically double as a hammer. I could pull out a couple nails. I could smack some in. Not the best tool for the job, but it could do it. So those are always important things to think about. So that's about it. If you guys notice I missed anything or there was something in there that you didn't like or you wanted to add, go ahead and throw it in the comments. And that's it for now. I'll be back with more videos shortly. And remember, it's your life. Live it.